things that you've seen from the group overall early through training camp?
First and foremost, we're going to speak about the elephant in the room, Carl Lawson. He ain't been stopped yet, but that's what I expect from him. I know Carl dating back to high school, and he's been that guy since then. So, listen, we got a lot of real dudes in the room. Like, obviously Carl and, Quinn is not out there yet, but we know what he can do. Foley, JFM, Shep, young guys. We got a room full of guys who everybody can hold their own, make plays, and really take over a game. So it's been fun to watch. I've watched it from afar. I'm a big film junkie, so I've watched a lot of these guys on tape before. But being able to be here and watch them work and watch how they go through their thought process and how it unfolds as they actually play has been fun.
Is it nice to be in a defense? Robert Saleh's defense seems to run through the defensive line. It's the integral part, and he talked about it. Is that something you like?
Absolutely, yeah. Come on now. Yeah, for sure. I think what has always allowed me to be at my best is when I can cut it loose and be explosive, be disruptive. So, that's what this front entails. That's what it demands. So being able to do it and do it with no thought of, maybe I can't, being able to do it and just know, this is what I have to do. It's fun, it's exciting, and then when we get pads on, it's going to be even more exciting. So, yeah, it's been fun thus far.
Your early impressions of Robert, is he the guy who recruited you so hard on, early?
Absolutely, yeah. He's literally the man who called my phone and was trying to talk me through why I would fit, this organization, this scheme. He's been that man every day I've been here, and I know he'll continue to be that guy. I always take pride in being able to kind of feel vibes, feel energies, and I felt a good one from him, and he's been that man every day.
What's the biggest difference on the D-line? Obviously, this defense just attack your guy. Some defenses you have to read and react. So what's the biggest difference with that, challenge between just attacking and having to read and react?
So for me, I'll say, there's a difference in the fact that I just kind of have to tell myself always to just let it go. For the last, 5 years, so to speak, we attacked in New Orleans, but also, we were we played gap sound football from the standpoint of, making sure you're always in your gap and building a wall. Whereas here, it's just get 3 yards in the backfield. However, being able to do that consistently and remind myself consistently, just let it go, just be explosive, be you. That's probably the biggest adjustment, but every day I find myself getting more and more comfortable doing it, and I find myself looking better and better on tape.
Talk about Quinn and Carl and everything. How disruptive do you expect this front to be?
I expect it to be damn good, and I played with Cam Jordan, I played with David Onyemata, I played with Marcus Davenport, Trey Hendrickson, who just got paid. I played with some dudes, but the dudes I'm playing with now and in this scheme, I feel like sky's the limit. I feel like whoever we roll out there, we're coming. And when that group gets tired, the next group's coming. And we expect to do that for 60 minutes of a full football game, week in, week out, and dominate games.
Playing alongside guys like Carl and Quinn, and just specifically, how much does that change what you do and make what you do maybe easier?
Yeah. So it definitely it works in a lot of ways. Obviously playing next to guys like that also it makes you raise your level of awareness, your abilities to make sure that you're locked in on everything you want to do as far as moves. Because if you don't win with your first one and you have to go to your second one, Carl probably already won. Same with a guy like Quentin, same with a guy like JFM. Those guys are winning. So you got to make sure you're winning with your stuff and making sure it's smooth and it's sound and it's disruptive. At the same time, they can't double team everybody, So, they could try, but, then they're going to have one-man routes. And that's what we want. Appreciate it. So at the end of the day, guys know with the guys we have, they can't just key in on one guy. If they want to send everybody out there to Carl, thank you. I'll gladly take one-on-ones. Quentin will gladly take one-on-ones. JFM, Foley, Shep, like we'll gladly take those and win those. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting playing in this defense and getting the amount of one-on-ones that I know each and all of us will get. We just got to go out there and capitalize and win those and make the most of them.
So how much did you watch Makai at Louisville, obviously, and then what's it been like, in person now?
Yeah, I mean, I've always watched Louisville. Went there, so leaving, still had guys I was still kind of cool with that played there, so watched it a good bit. I was impressed with him there, for a guy that size to move the way he always has, and and he was even bigger in college. So, it's always been impressive. And then to get here, and first thing that you see, you be like, yeah, it's a big dude. God. That's the first thing you think. After 10 minutes of thinking that, then you can get on to other stuff. But so then you see him move, you see him play football, you see how graceful he can move to be a guy that big, and then you see the potential that he's still tapping into. Each and every day, he's going against one of the best edge rushers in the league, every day. So he's going to get challenged. He's gonna win some. He's going to lose some. That's just kind of the way this league works. You're going against the best of the best every day. You're going to win some. You're going to lose some. But all in all, I see him getting better. And then when the pads get on, obviously things get taken up another notch for linemen. So it'll be fun to watch. Watch his growth over the period of when we have on pads and when and when it can really get physical.
Foley's flashed at times too. What have you seen from his development so far? Because there've been times where he's just completely disrupted the whole entire run game.
He's big, strong, and he knows football. So he'll understand certain blocking schemes, understand where he needs to fit or where he needs to shoot to be able to make a play. And that's something obviously I didn't know before I got here. But watching that and seeing how his mental processing on things, and then just seeing when he wants to move somebody, he can move them. And there's nothing they can do about it, nothing they can do to stop it. And, when you got guys like that in the room, you just let guys like that go. So it's been fun to watch him. And then, like I said, we get pads on. It's going to be even more fun to really watch how he dials in and goes to that next level of being that type of player.